Hello, my name is Mark Clements, and on February the 19th, I'm asking for the people, meaning you, the people, to get up on February the 19th at 6 p.m. and to attend the University Church, 5655 South on University Avenue in Chicago, as we celebrate mothers and children of Chicago police torture victims. It is a shame that a police detective could torture so many people and this day still remain to keep his pension. His pension. These are things that must change, and it must change now. On February the 19th at 6 p.m. at University Church in Chicago, Illinois, at 6 p.m. once again, University Church, 5655 South University Avenue. Get up and come and pay respect to the mothers and especially to the children who have had to suffer while their parents are incarcerated for these crimes that the evidence clearly shows they did not commit. Um, for 44 years in the city of Chicago, the name John Burge has been very, very popular. We must get up and we must take a stand against all acts of torture, whether it's inside of our prisons, whether it's inside of our police stations, whether it's inside of our jails. We must get up. Whether it's inside of our nursing homes, we must get up. Whether it's inside of these homes for boys and girls, we must get up, and we must get up now. Mobilization is very important. Because you don't like me, don't mean that you should not fight for this cause. Hell, I don't like many of you. The bottom line of it is mobilization is all about standing together and fighting for a common cause. If you're looking for someone to be dishonest, hey, I would be dishonest. I'm just telling you the truth. You are the ones who have sons and daughters inside of prisons. Many of you have suffered as a result of police torture. The bottom line of it is that our enemy understands one thing. They understand unity. They understand how to stick together. They understand how to fight together. And that is something that we must learn to do. We got to put aside our indifferences to fight for a common cause which is worthy. Human rights violation to chain someone inside of a police station and to torture them. What? Torture a confession out of them. What happened to Gerald Reed in the city of Chicago is that Gerald Reed was taken to a police station, and Gerald Reed was placed inside of that police station, and he was kicked in that leg, and he was hit in that leg, and a chair was moved, which caused Reed to fall and to break the pin that was in his leg. Now, if you sit up here and you tell me that that is not a act of coercion, torture, and inhumane conditions, then something is wrong. Men and women should not be taken to a police station and to be brutalized inside of that police station for the interests of police officers, for the interests of prosecutors. This stuff must stop. How do it stop? It has to stop with you. And I can't tell you no better way than to let you know that we as a people, we got to bring some type of change to what's going on, or we're going to suffer. And we're going to suffer big time. And when we suffer big time, what's going to end up occurring is that more and more and more and more of our family members are going to be incarcerated. You know why? Because we sat down when we could make a difference. So what I'm asking, I'm not asking you to get up in the cold. I'm asking you to come to a church. I'm asking you to honor people. People say, well, hey, you want to know who your real leaders are? Hey, come meet them. Sure, they're poor people. They're suffering. They're suffering because their sons or their daughters are still in prison. The children are suffering because their fathers or their mothers are in prison. They leave the jail, which is inhumane, over at 26 in California, and they are transferred then to the state penitentiary. The state penitentiary over at Statesville Prison is completely inhumane. Shoot, you get mail 3 weeks late. That's how prisoners operate. Okay, now we want to talk about, and we want to say, well, they shouldn't commit crimes if they don't want to go to prison, or if they don't want these conditions, then they shouldn't commit crimes. Well, what happens when you didn't commit a crime and you shouldn't be there? Think about that. That means that now you mixed in this ball of confusion, which so many taxpayers and so many lawmakers have found to be justified, meaning the conditions inside of these prisons, because they're looking at payback. Payback for what? To silence and kill your loved one? Because first of all, they shouldn't be in prison. So we must recognize the importance that, guess what? In the state of Illinois, we have an epidemic of wrongful convictions. So in having an epidemic, if we allow for them to be mistreated, when many people say, man, it's a shame to spend one day in prison. These guys have spent over 2 decades inside of a prison. Come on. And many of them, and I will stress, many of these brothers are innocent. They're there because they don't have a way out. So how can we change this? What can we do? How can we mobilize together? Think about that. So on February the 19th, please come out. Come and show your support for Chicago police torture victims, mothers, and their children. What is a victim? A victim is someone that was mistreated by the system. I'm a Chicago police torture survivor. I was in prison. Well, let's get it right. Tortured. Then I went to the criminal court system, re-tortured, because now you get found guilty, and then now you go to prison, torture again. Then now you spend all of these years in prison, and then they say, bam, get out. Now you get out. Guess what? Tortured all over again in society. You know why? Because there's nothing here to offer. And this ain't registering, but it's slowly, because it's affecting so many different people. It's slowly registering. So we must get up. Please come out Friday, February the 19th, 6 p.m. until 9. University Church in Chicago, 5655 on University Avenue. Thank you, and God bless you.